be giving my first impressions on a fragrance from the house of by Kilian. I have actually already shot this video. Unfortunately, the audio cut out halfway through. So if you saw it posted last night and deleted, that is why. This is a fragrance I've been wanting to try for a long time from the house, just never got around to it. This is Apple Brandy on the Rocks. There's an eau de parfum concentration, 50 ml bottle, 1.7 ounce. Comes in this box with the pull up top, with the logo on the top. Comes in that cognac style bottle that you see with the rest of this series. Kilian's Angel Share and Vert both have this. Verte both have this. As you can see, the label, the name of the fragrance is actually on the front and the logo. Again, the cognac style bottle. This is a glass bottle with a plastic cap, but it's the same style design. Golden atomizer. Again, I sprayed those last night, so this is going to be a true first impressions, but I haven't worn it yet, so it's just going to be based on, what kind of my initial impression is on the fragrance. But I have smelled this already, unfortunately, when I was doing the other video. So here's the atomizer. Let me get a test strip, actually. Again, this is a flanker to the original Apple Brandy. This is the on the rocks version, which from my understanding sounds like it's supposed to be more of a lighter kind of take, almost like how Aventus Clone is to Aventus. I have not smelled the original of this until, like I said, just yesterday. I have smelled clones of it, however, so I will be, just kind of giving you my first impressions, obviously, of this. So the notes in this is cardamom, bergamot are in the top. The mid is apple, rum, brandy, pineapple, vanilla, and moss, and the base is ambroxan and cedar. So there's definitely, notes and stuff that I find very appealing. Something that I would, really like based on the note breakdown. I will say, with this out the gate, you get that ambroxan. So I know it's listed in the base, but you get it in the opening. You're going to get a lot of that apple initially, some sweetness from the cardamom. What you're going to notice is as it starts to dry down, even shortly after that initial burst, the ambroxan really gets dialed back. You're going to get a lot more of that vanilla in the rum. Now, the apple in this is a green apple. It smells kind of like the green apple in Greenlee, almost like it's going to remind you to an extent of some sort of shampoo, the apple smelling shampoos. You're going to get a good dose of that vanilla. Pineapple, you can't really pick up a whole lot. Now, in the dry down from my previous review, the cedar and the moss come out more, especially the cedar. You get this kind of woodiness about it. The vanilla gets amped up a lot more as it starts to dry down as well. It's definitely mass appealing, definitely an offensive. It's certainly, though, situational, much like the original Apple Brandy. I think this is a little more versatile, but you still would want to wear it in the fall and winter months. Specifically the fall is what this is perfect for. Again, obviously that apple fragrance, the vanilla, it's going to really do well and remind a lot of people of fall, Halloween, apple orchards, that kind of thing. This is definitely something that can be worn by a man or a woman. It could certainly be unisex. Again, I wouldn't wear this in the high heat. I think the very heavy vanilla in this would become very cloying. That said, this does not smell like, you dumped alcohol on yourself or something like that. Do not be worried about that. It does indeed smell like a fragrance, a very intentional fragrance, and it smells good. Now, I'm not blown away by it. For the price, I got this for a pretty good deal. I bought 2 bottles, so I was able to get them, I think, 130 a piece because I bought 2 off a seller on fragrance, one of the fragrance groups. But usually it runs about 160 on discounters. For that, I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest with you. I would try to sample. I mean, it's 160 again for a 50 ml bottle. This isn't a 100 ml bottle. So you got to keep that in mind as well. It smells good. Again, I will give you a full impressions wearing. I'm going to wear it today. Really let the dry down kind of stick in. See how long it lasts on my skin, how it develops on the skin again, and then give you a full breakdown of it. Initial impressions, though, again, the things you're going to stand out the most in this is that rum and brandy, vanilla, and the green apple. Okay. In the dry down, again, some of that woods is going to come out in the initial opening. You're going to get that ambroxan, but it fades quickly. But it's really, it's good. It's mass appealing. I think it's going to be relatively linear from what I've experienced in my initial first impressions. Again, the woods will come out a little more in the dry down, the ambroxan will fade, but it's still pretty linear fragrance. Not super complex. A lot of Kilians aren't supposed to be. They kind of take the Parfums de Marly route where they're very kind of niche, mass appealing fragrances. High quality, but also still mass appealing. And this is definitely that. I like it a lot. That said, I think Apple Angel Share is better, in the line. I would choose that over this almost every time. And I also think it is a more just unique fragrance. It smells to me a lot better. You smell Angel Share and you really know that's a niche brand. This smells like it could potentially be a designer. I will also say, you know, I would also pick from parfums the Marley Ocean over this. This, however, is slightly more versatile, I think, than both of those because to me, those are kind of what I consider holiday scents. You know, I'll wear them in Thanksgiving or Christmas, and that's really about it. But this is certainly more versatile as far as you could wear it really all fall and be appropriate, and all winter and it would be appropriate. Maybe even some of the colder days in spring, you could certainly wear this. Whereas Angel Share is not really appropriate for that. So this certainly has versatility above those, and I think it leans a little more masculine than either of those. I think those two, to me, are definitely unisex, but they're more towards the actual unisex. I think this is unisex meaning slightly masculine. So anyway, again, it smells really good. You got to really like apple. You got to like vanilla because that's really what you're getting prominent in here, and you're getting a nice kind of dose of that brandy and rum as well. So pretty simplistic. Smells good. Again, I don't think it's really worth the price point. I think if this were, you know, around the $80 mark for, or you got 100 mil for the 160, then I think it would be more appropriate. But you know, with retail being what 200 something bucks for a 50 mil, and even at the discounters, I don't think it's worth it. I think there's much better fragrances personally for the money. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you tried this, what you think of it, your impressions are on it. What else you would like to see me review on this channel, and yeah, hopefully it's helpful. Like I said, it's good. I'm not regretting I bought it, especially for 130. I just think there's better alternatives out there at that price point.